Papi Muñeño. Papi Muñeño.
Is that like an anime thing? Like what is that?
What?
I just thought I heard like a Japanese style voice. Oh, starting off the podcast as a racist. Like real quick.
Poducer.
Jared's canceled.
Yeah, I
will now be the host of the Producer podcast.
Yeah. Dude, it's okay. We have editing, but I won't edit that out, so it's
Oh wait, you already started?
Oh, I don't know. We're just, you know what we do? We do a rolling start. We like, whenever.
Oh.
Dude, you know what we should do though? I've seen some podcasts where it's like they start it before the person even walks in. So there's like, hey, how's it going? Like, yeah, sit down. Like, and they're just in it from the very second.
That's fucked.
I don't like that.
Yeah, you can't just throw me into
that.
it. I gotta like get in the character.
Yeah.
Character.
Oh shit.
Oh,
what?
trademarked.
Do you say that often?
I just made that shit up on the spot, dog.
Yo.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, this might be a good way to just get into a little something.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Care. Where does that come from?
Oh, care. All right. So my damn, should I could give my whole government?
I mean, you don't have to, but I mean, we're like kind of notorious for just saying too many government names, like saying people by their non-producer names.
Make sure you call that guy the kid from now on, okay?
I know, dude. What?
Yeah, what's up with that?
I was like, I heard a lot of the other name,
Uh-huh.
and it's the kid now,
I know. Yeah, it changed quick.
I don't even know how that happened.
I'm gonna need like some lore. Maybe we'll zoom into the kid,
Yes.
like Zoom call, and see what that's all about.
I need the origin story. Yeah. So Kare. All right, so this is how it happened, man. So I think my full name is Albert Carrington Muhammad. That's my full name. Name's pretty long, but my entire life, my family called me Kare because, like, Albert is a family name. So it's my dad's name, it's my grandpa's name, my little brother's name.
Oh shit.
So he wanted to give me a nickname, and it was Kare, based off my middle name. I think, like 7 years ago, when I first started, like, producing again,
Again?
Yeah. I take little breaks every once in a while, like I'm not like the one thing about me is like I'm not the type of producer that produces every single day.
Yeah.
So, I'll take a break for like fucking 6 months. And then I'll make a fucking banger, and then I'll not make music again for like 6 months.
What was your first concert?
I think the first concert I went to was Jay Wolf.
Jay Wolf.
Yeah, Jay Wolf made like the song Indian Summer a really long time ago. You remember that song? Yeah. It's a classic.
It's a banger?
Dude, it's like not quite future bass. It was really like really melodic and really just kind of like
like
ethereal.
Jai.
Jai Wolf. Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yes. I know who you're talking
That's
about.
sick.
First show I ever went to. And that shit was crazy because like it was like the Canopy Club in Champaign, and I went with like my best friend ever.
Oh.
Like, and we had like the time of my life. Like their production for such like a college town and like a college venue was just ridiculous. I loved it.
Were you visiting friends, or were you at college? Or?
So I used to live in Bloomington, Illinois, which is 2 hours away where ISU is.
Yeah.
After I messed up I used to go to SIUC first. So I went to SIUC in like 2014. My grades were not fucking good, so they suspended me for a year. So that summer my dad's like, so what are you about to do? You can't really stay at home. Basically he's like, you cannot stay here anymore. And then I was like, fuck it. I'm going back to where I was born. And I was born in Bloomington. Because my parents like met there while they both went to ISU. So I was like, fuck, I'm going back to Bloomington. Like, my heart's always been there. Every single summer, I would like travel down to Bologna and like fucking just kick it with my grandma or my cousins and just have hella fun. Cause it's so quiet and like there's like nature and like I'm just super into like kind of just relaxing and just like kind of laying back. Like I don't really need to do a lot. I kind of like to just, relax. So yeah, I lived there from 2015 until I think it was right before the pandemic, so like 2020
Mm-hmm.
or 2019, and then yeah, I'm back in Chicago. So.
Yeah. So did you graduate from
No,
there? No.
nah, yeah, nah, never's gonna happen. I'm not like a school person. I'm like
Me neither.
yeah, it's like I want to go back now and do something, but like I don't want to go back into school and like waste my time doing something
And
that,
money.
like, yeah.
Yeah, no, I think about it. Obviously, I wouldn't change anything because it's like that butterfly effect thing.
Mm-hmm.
What were you studying?
We wouldn't be doing the podcast.
I wanted to study engineering and audio engineering and music composition.
Nice.
Yeah, so I was gonna do what I wanted to do, but
Do you
Yeah.
need
What
a
was-
degree for that? Like you're making
Exactly.
music already, right? Like yeah.
it's like why? The
Yeah,
fuck?
no. That's the thing. It's like you don't need to spend all that money. The reason I was asking is because you didn't go to Columbia, did you?
Fuck no.
No, okay. So like I saw on your Twitter there was like all Columbia kids and it's just this dude like smacking a trash can and I was just like, yeah, I don't know why that like resonates with me, but
It's Columbia.
just like try hard in the art style way. Yeah.
It's like you're paying $40,000 a year to like go to art school. That's fucking insane to me. No
Yeah.
offense to the homies, y'all look fucking sick, but like
No, I get it.
I can just sit in my bedroom and learn that shit on YouTube.
So yeah, like that's what I'm saying too, is like I would not go back, but I did do 2 years at Columbia. I went to like community college.
I'm messing with you.
And then no, you're fine because I'm thinking the same thing. Like the audio, I went to audio engineering school and like that was cool because it wasn't just like something random.
Yeah.
And like actually had science stuff. But yeah, man, it was kind of expensive.
Yeah, I
and
know.
like YouTube Academy is real. It's like better, and like now AI stuff. It's like, bro, just that.
Yeah, and like I think for people to like, like me growing up, I think it would have been easier for me to find like kind of like a mentor. Because now that like I taught a music class last September, and like one of the girls in the class, like you could tell she really, really, really loves music. And like when I finally got to the point where I got to see her like kind of sparkle, where she got super excited about music, when I was like, damn, bro, like all I really needed when I was younger was someone to kind of just push me and tell me like, yo, what you're doing is sick. Like, like just keep going. Because that's really all you need as a musician. Because a lot of it is just like practice and also finding like resources. You just need someone to kind of just keep you on the right path.
For sure. Yeah, no, I mean, I totally agree. Having someone who's like sitting there with you doing it would definitely, push you farther.
Yeah.
I was also going to ask you, kind of going back to like the humble beginnings. You said that like 7 years ago you took a break. So you've been making music for like a long time.
Yeah, I've been making music since like I was like a sophomore, junior in high school.
Word.
And I've been writing since I was like I've been writing, I think, since I was like in kindergarten, like writing like singer-songwriter songs.
Oh, really? Like
Yeah.
lyrics and stuff.
Yeah. Like,
Really?
yeah. Music is like such a like instinctual part of my life because I remember like in 4th grade, I had like this teacher that would, and like I used to go to like this public school. This is the first time in my life. 4th grade was the first time in my life I had ever gone to a public school. And I had a teacher there, just like teaching, in some reason she's teaching like the hood, and she's taking us on Saturdays to like the Chicago Symphony on Saturdays. And I was just super into it. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna get dressed up and go to the Chicago Symphony on a Saturday morning. So my parents would take me to school. She would take us on a bus there. And then I would like see the Chicago Symphony. I was like, dude, this is amazing. So I think eventually I found out that they were doing tryouts. Like you could like apply to like become a part of the Chicago Symphony and like, get trained under them and, be in the kid symphony. And then, so in 4th grade, basically that entire year, I basically just like went to auditions for it. And it never worked out in a sense, but it kind of like, I remember getting my rejection letter and being like, it's all good, you know, like I'm not super disappointed, like I'm gonna keep going. And I never stopped making music. Like the year later, I transferred to like like one of the best charter schools in Chicago, and I didn't really fit into my class at all. And the way that I honestly finally like broke through was I had written this song called "I Want to Be With You." You know, it was like a Mario-esque song, like you know, it's like super loving and R&B-esque.
Oh, like I was literally thinking like Super Mario.
Yo, no, that's funny. And then I was one day like all the guys used to like drum on the table, and I didn't really feel comfortable with my drumming skills, my table drumming skills. So I was like, "Yo, can I sing a song?"
Like the pen drummer people,
yeah,
dude,
the whole class.
Off. Really?
Yeah, it's like all the dudes in there, and I was like, damn, I'm not that skilled. But I was like, you know what? Like, I walked up to them at lunch, like, yo, can I sing a song? And they were like, yeah. So they let me in, and I like just started like singing the song in front of the whole lunchroom.
Really?
And then everyone in the class like was like, oh shit, like he can sing.
Dude, I didn't even know you could sing.
I have actually one song on there.
Oh,
yeah.
Maybe we'll save that one for last or something.
Sick, hell yeah.
Yeah. That's cool, man. I feel like, you know, it's just singing is like a different level of putting yourself out there.
It is. It's like super vulnerable and like, I don't know.
You're not just tapping. Bro, also like the guys that are tapping the fucking with the pens.
Yeah.
That was sick.
It was amazing to see.
Yeah.
I want to do it so bad.
We need to bring that back. The drum line with like the pens on the table.
That's literally how our fucking performance was for this fucking talent show.
Actually?
Yes. Like we brought the desk on stage.
What?
Yeah, bro.
Nice.
We had a production. We all wore white t-shirts. We were called Triple Threat.
What?
Yeah, bro.
That's sick.
Triple Threat. 5th grade. That's my origin story.
Hell yeah. Let's go. Yo, let's rip a track, man.
Sick.
And let's like, you know, I don't know. Which should we go with as like a first little intro out of the ones, I guess? If you had to choose, I mean,
let's do the one I'm working on right now called Let's Go.
Yeah, buddy.
Let You Go.
That's fucking sick, dude. Is that kind of the fusion you were talking about?
Yeah,
dude.
It's the drum and bass footwork fusion.
Yo.
Like you take drum and bass from fucking 160 and you bring it down to 150.
With all the moving percussions.
Yeah. And it's like I told my buddy, it's like this is like the 45 minutes to your set where you can start playing the weird shit, the shit that's fucking repetitive, but it fucking drives the fucking crowd. Like, yeah.
Dude, the influence on there with the little acid kind of going on in the background, dude, that's so sick. Yeah, that was cool.
And like the juke pattern is kind of like that dun 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 dun, like
dun 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 dun. Like that's like a Chicago, like, you know, like any, and I'm trying to bridge the gap between, I guess, like electronic music that, you know, I grew up listening to it as a kid, like house and like juke, and like what I listen to now. and kind of make it. And it's like, this is like what I can get like black people in Chicago to vibe with, because this is like they know what this is. It's familiar.
Yeah.
You know? So.
For sure, dude. That's really cool. Are you? Is that the only one of that you brought, or is that like? Is this like pretty?
I have one more song that I released, and it did pretty well too. Like, I had a few people hit me up to like put it on like mixes and shit like that.
Word.
Yeah,
that's cool, man. You're like, you know, we met at that exit show, like outside, and you were performing. And but you had already performed, and we just like, I was like, this guy's cool.
Oh, sick.
But I didn't know like your music at all. And now hearing it, I'm like, this is fucking smacking. And then also the other thing I was going to say is that, you know, you're just like with the community, like the Discord server is something I wanted to talk about, because I think a lot of people are trying to make a good community Discord server. But you like already have that, you know, you have a lot of people in your Discord that are saying like, and I actually don't even know, GM is good morning, right?
Yeah.
Like literally I'll be logging on like, and people, or like I'll open Discord and people are like saying that every morning.
Yeah.
Dude, it's so wholesome in there. The duck posts.
The duck posts.
The duck posts, dude. Really quick, can we explain the duck pose? Because like I don't know if I'm just old or something, but like I don't get it. And maybe you're not supposed to.
You're not. It's nothing. It's just me being goofy and it's being like, I gotta have something to like funny to put on my server. And it's like, why is there like, the server is so serious, but then there's like a fucking spot for duck pose. We only put ducks. And like also the people in the server, like the community is called Mighty Ducks. I used to love that movie growing up.
Mighty Ducks.
Yeah. So like if you see like the tag for everyone that joins,
I saw that today. So like that's like if you're in the server, you're a Mighty Duck.
You're a Mighty Duck. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Maybe I should make it more clear later on.
No. I literally saw it today. I was like, okay, I think it's coming together.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like I just feel like, you know, how did you start that, and also just kind of like cultivate a good group of people? Are these people that you know just like in person? Is it, you know, how did it come about?
I think a lot of the time, like I've been a part of some really cool servers. I was a part of like the Mara Jazz server, which is a super cool server. Like I met a lot of like OG like little beat legends, and like I'm like cool with a lot of those cats. And like honestly, I didn't even listen to the music beforehand, but because of Discord, I became friends with them first, and then listened to music like, oh shit, like I see why this dude had such a huge impact on like other people I know, you know.
Yeah.
So I was in that server, and I like, you know, they kind of like brought me in, made me feel welcome. And then I was in another server with like a few Chicago homies. And yeah, it just seemed like a really cool place to like kind of network. And a lot of the time in those servers, they kind of get like eaten up by like drama and shit like that. And I kind of want to have a space where, you know, like where I curate this, almost like I'm the control freak, and I curate the space with people that I know won't bring bullshit to my fucking server.
Yeah.
I you know, so I bring the right people in, and I try to bring like some of the best producers that I fucking know into my server, so like we can all feed off of each other and kind of grow. Because the one big thing with like the bigger community, the producer community, is a lot of people like to kind of like gatekeep, like, you know, like how things work. And like how they've been doing this for years, like the repo
music
chain.
Business stuff. Yeah, I was gonna talk about the repos channel, but if you're okay with that,
yeah, for sure. I don't know, like,
yeah. It's just I wasn't even aware, and I guess this actually goes back further, but I just, you know, didn't know about it. But like the repos chain, like the SoundCloud planner, and you know, getting everyone kind of aggregated to be posting and like trick the algorithm, like I don't know, man. It seems like such a ridiculous thing in my head. Like on paper, it's like, why do we have to do this? Why do we have to trick the algorithm? But you kind of, it's like, if that's an option, then you should be doing it almost.
Exactly.
Because otherwise you're not competing.
Exactly. And like, you got to compete with these people that like I got on a repo chain for my song Shopping Cart, which is like a trap banger that I made in like 2 hours. The repost chain was linked to 1.6 million followers.
Wow.
Yeah. it got shared to 1.6 million people basically that were in those networks.
Like instantaneously.
Like-
Wait, so they all shared it, or that's how many people it reached?
That's when people it reaches.
Okay.
And technically, but it probably reached more. It probably reached a lot. Maybe or maybe even less because SoundCloud isn't as popular as it used to be.
Sure.
But yeah, like it basically allows you to trick the algorithm and like, you know, and get your music heard, you know?
Yeah.
Like put on people the same way, you know, the song come up on your Spotify suggested is the same way it kind of works on SoundCloud too with their like weekly playlists and the related tracks.
Yeah, maybe we can explain just kind of how it works. Like you you sign into the SoundCloud planner.
Yeah.
And then you connect profiles.
Yeah. So basically, thank you. Basically, I have like a group of like I have like the homies in my server that want to be a part of the repost chain. So basically, I have like maybe like probably like 10 people in my repost chain. Total, we have about 25,000 followers as a whole. Basically, I link all their accounts to this one SoundCloud planner profile, which is mine. And whenever someone sends me a song that's in the repost chain, I can automatically schedule reposts and likes for their song so that they don't have to worry about getting engagement with homies. Because a lot of the time, if you're waiting for your fucking friends to like share your song and like it and stuff and comment, it's not gonna happen because homies just kind of just way too long.
And it's not even that they're not gonna do it. It's just that, you know, people are busy. It's like, how are you going to be on top of just, oh shit, whatever just posted, like we got to like and repost. Like even if you would do that, it's just like an extra job.
It is. It's a whole, like, it's a lot of work to do that and to keep up with, you know, you're keeping up with 10 or 100 different people. I keep up with a lot of people with music. So like, it's just what I do daily is like see who's posting and like see what's popping. But for the average person, they just don't have time to do that. Or they just don't even know like that it's important. How important it is to like, you know, to share and like, because that's what not tricks out, but that's what makes the algorithm notice like, okay, people actually like this music.
Yeah.
Let me like suggest to other people.
Exactly. Opens the door.
Yeah.
So, you know, you post something and then immediately it gets reposted onto other people's channels and they like it. And then it also reposts it again, right? It like continues to post it, right?
It posts it, it posts on their page one time, but it continues to post it like it'll post it like every like hour for a weekend for mine.
Yeah.
The one that I was in that was 1 million followers.
Yeah.
That posted my song for an entire month.
Wow.
With different pages. But like the real window to get your song like on the initial like daily drop algorithm is like you have like 3 days to like let the algorithm know like this song's popping.
Oh, like it's got to get numbers quick.
You got to get numbers quick. Yeah. And I've noticed like sometimes I'll get like 1,000 plays in like 2 days. And like by this like maybe my song's popping that day. Yeah. So.
Yeah. There's that's what I'm saying. Like when you showed me this, I was like, what? Like I didn't even know about this.
These cats have been like not talking about this for years. Luckily I got some dope homies out there.
Yeah.
That kind of put me on to this. Like when I got on the Discord, like, oh, this is what we're doing. I was like, oh.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Otherwise you're just like posting to no one.
You're posting to the void.
But like, so for the 1.6 one, if you don't mind me asking, like how did you get on that one? Like how did that come to be?
Oh, because like one of my homies, he is part of a bigger label. He's like a sister label to the big label. Basically, like he gets, since he like knows like the founder or whatever, whenever like something gets posted on his label, it's basically getting posted on the big label as well. So it gets like it gets put to the repo chain. That's it.
Have you ever? Because that sounds like a business, basically. Like,
No,
have you ever
is.
thought about, you know, what your repost chain could become? Like, you ever think about it like that?
Nah.
Or this is just for the homies?
This is for the homies. Like for now, you know, I just want to make sure we can win. And I mean, if I win, we all win. That's what us like.
Yeah.
If they win, I win. You know, like we all win as long as we can work together.
Yeah.
And kind of trick the system because the system's not really built for us to win. So
all the homies eating.
Everybody can.
Everybody's eating. Yeah.
I don't gotta like
No, I
compete
like
with
that.
nobody.
Yeah.
Like
So I like going through SoundCloud. I see nothing but reposts, right? Like just finding an initial like post from somebody is, I mean, 1 out of every 20 or something,
it's
right?
kind of rare.
Is it fair to say it used to be artist gates? If you wanted to download like a free track, you had to repost it, right? Are most
you had to, like,
of what
go
I'm
through.
seeing now like repost chains? Like
I think so.
Really?
Yeah, definitely
Wow.
repost chains. That's why SoundCloud's kind of ruined because of like the repost chain
A
thing.
little bit.
Yeah. So and that's the downside. The kind of because since it's not tight knit groups of people, then it gets ruined by like they're posting crap.
Yeah.
Because you can pay into some.
Yeah, for sure.
You can literally pay somebody, pre-post your song, and it doesn't really have that much of a quality control.
It kind of, there's been like this concept in my mind lately where it's the thing that I was saying before, where it's like, if you're not doing this, you can't compete. I heard someone saying something about how like influencers, like beauty influencers, like if they're not using filters, sometimes it's like they can't even compete as well. It's like the same thing with like steroids or something. Like you can't like compete with someone who's on steroids at the same level. They're literally taking a performance enhancing drug.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but these things where it's like, I just feel like we need some regulation in them because I don't think that they're inherently good.
They're not.
They don't add value. They just exist, and it's almost like, oh well, if you're not doing that, then you can't compete. And it's this like scarcity mindset. But like the people that are making these tools like need to, I don't know, right? It's the same thing I feel about like the AI stuff. It's like, oh, if you're not like doing this AI trick, like you're falling behind. And it's like, I don't know, is that good? I guess what I'm saying is like maybe we just need someone to like think about this shit more and be like, maybe we like pull this one back, or like the companies like SoundCloud, maybe can they do anything about it? I don't know.
It's their tool. They created.
They made
tool.
it.
Yes.
They made SC Planner.
They made SC Planner.
Yeah. I was wondering why the integration is just so good.
Yeah, they probably put their money into it and made it, and it's crazy to think that you have to do all of that. You can't just have quality music, or they won't put you on like. Yeah. I don't understand how it works yet, but like some people are building like organic fan bases, like by a lot of hard work and posting a lot, and they have like good communities on like Twitter and stuff like that. I think I just came way too late into the game to like do that.
Just like to touch like the last point on this, because I just think it's interesting, and I think a lot of people might not even know about it. Like I didn't know. Is that when you were explaining it to me, you were saying like how on the side of SoundCloud where it's like related artists, you kind of want to like get it so it's suggesting people that are in the same like whatever
exactly
chain. So then
not even chain, but more so the same like
genre or something, or like music's whatever.
Exactly. Like I want people that listen to me to listen to like this other homie too, because he has dope music as well, or she has dope music.
Yeah.
You know?
Because it like actually is gonna connect people to music that they probably will like, opposed to like just you got in this huge repost chain and now your profile is like it doesn't know what to do with you.
At that point, I feel like it's almost like an echo chamber of just a bunch of people reposting like and getting their shit reposted, but it's being listened to by kind of that same circle.
Exactly.
Right?
And that's
so it's
I hit that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hit that like that whole recently where I'm like, I don't really care as much anymore because I'm kind of getting the same people.
Yeah.
And I need to that's why I'm kind of working on new music. 'Cause I need to expand into a whole different like world where like I have my like, my foundation now. And now I can like grow from that. Like So
it's, I mean, you have a clear plan for like SC SoundCloud. Like it's, you got that whole down, but like, do you have any plans for like how you release on Spotify? Like, is there anything that exists like that for Spotify?
I think you can also do SoundCloud playing on Spotify too. But like, I'm not there yet. I don't really understand how that works.
Distributing from SoundCloud to Spotify?
It's not distributing, but you can do like a repost planner or something like that for Spotify. I just haven't looked into it yet.
Like playlists or something, or like something like that, maybe?
Maybe like probably pre-saves or something like that. Because that's how the Spotify algorithm really works, is that they have like pre-saves.
Yeah.
Like a lot of these big companies are literally just using bots and stuff to like get you on the top, 40, And then after that, as people hear and it's on like, people putting it on their TikTok and stuff, then organically grows. It's so weird. Like you got to start off fake and then organically grows.
Yeah. So like, let's keep going with that because the
Yeah.
fake thing is the thing that I think puts off a lot of people. Like, oh, what? Why do I got to do that? But like, do you kind of feel like, you got to pay to play a little bit?
Yeah, hell yeah. Because like
Yeah.
my buddy was literally like, I have a buddy that that works for Universal. And he does a super dope job. He's like a sound supervisor for Universal. He's worked on some really dope projects, and he's been helping me work on my sound design recently. In terms of like making like creature sound designs and like
Cool, yeah.
kind of like right now the project I'm supposed to be working on is recreating a transformer transforming.
Yeah.
But basically, me and him had a session last Friday, and he was telling me he's like, basically you got to pay to play. Like Submit Hub is where you should be at right now. You should be paying people like these big labels to listen to your song, and if they like it, they'll put it on your playlist or they'll release your song on their label. Like you have to pay. This is not free. Even with like Instagram, like to get promotion and stuff. Either you can either you're maybe like that lucky person and your content will pop off, by just like you just get lucky,
Yeah.
because the algorithm will like pick it up randomly, and then like you have a billion plays, and it's like, oh, people like this content. They'll
Just
keep
went
listening.
viral. Yeah.
Exactly. Or you got to pay the money for like YouTube, like promotion, so it can start pushing it.
Yeah.
Like there's this YouTuber, Marksman. I remember I was just chilling on YouTube. I watch a lot of YouTube, and whenever you see someone slowly starting to pop off out of nowhere, most likely they're paying for ad, like paying to get their stuff on people's like pages. They're paying for reach.
Yeah.
And then because like it puts you in the right demographic. Like this podcast, you would want this to be, you would pay a certain amount of money to get this like suggested right next to on people's like side YouTube bar.
Yeah.
And then boom, now you're getting like 1,000 plays per podcast interview, and then it pays back itself later on. Like it's like an investment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. I think I've just like been naive for a long time. I mean, I've known about the paying it, but there's like so many different platforms. I've also, it depends. Like some people give different advice too. Like I've heard people being like, oh, like don't use what was the thing that your friend suggested to use, the thing where you're like sending it to labels.
Submit Hub?
Submit Hub. Yeah.
Sure.
Like I remember someone telling me not too long ago, like, oh, don't use Submit Hub. It's like a waste of money. And it's like, all right, well, what is it?
If your music isn't good, it's like.
For sure. And then also there's a bunch of different things you can do on Submit Hub. There's like feedback, right? Like, and it's like, do you need feedback? Like I don't want feedback.
Yeah.
I just want you to like listen to it. And if you like it, then, let's do this thing.
Yeah.
But I don't need you to be like, oh, well, the snare was a little too hot on that one. I'm like, all right, cool. I don't care.
Exactly. I feel the same way. I'm like, I don't really care about you.
But it's just like, what I'm saying is I feel like you can get swindled easily into being like, oh, I'm going to pay money, like, and do it this way. And, oh, wait, that's not actually working. You know what I mean? You got to be very savvy with this shit.
The way that I watched a video like a week ago, it's talking about how Brent Faiyaz, I forgot what it was. I think how he popped off, or how he got in like how he picked his tour spots so he can make money on tour. Basically, all he did was he figured out what cities were listening to him the most on Spotify. So that's easily available. I can go on his page right now and see it. And then when it was time to put the ads out for his show, he made sure that the ads were being suggested to those areas. Yeah,
that totally makes. I have a friend that does that for tours and stuff, and see, that feels like a very physical payback. Like you filled this many, or you sell this many tickets, you get this many people in the door.
Yeah,
you're making money off that directly.
He paid $30,000 up front.
Yeah,
you don't know if you're gonna get that back.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, that is a lot of money. And
yeah, like
him and his team put $30,000 up front to like be like, let's put this out on like let's just run these ads, and then boom, and it paid off for him, I guess.
Yeah,
still going.
I need like a YouTube dude to like a guru to be like, all right, this is how we do it. Because I really do feel like for that first little push, at least, it's like you just got to get people viewing it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, no one's even gonna know.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, all something to think about. I feel like I talk about this sometimes on the show because I'm trying to figure it out myself.
Mm-hmm.
And each platform has its own different, like, whatever nuances. So, anyway, if anyone knows YouTube really well, let me know.
Shout out Mr. Beast.
Yeah, yo, Mr. B's hit me up. No, he's like doing the craziest shit. Yo, let's run another track. Like, I specifically though want to talk about your album album Flowers for You.
Sick.
Yeah. Do we have some tracks from that?
Yeah, we got a track. It's called Her.
Okay.
Yep.
Dude, bass line and soundstage, so fucking good.
Oh,
Yeah, all
Those-
the reverb tricks and stuff.
all the vocals and the little birds tweeting. I mean, dude, that was really cool.
Appreciate it.
I
Yeah.
definitely know what you're saying about just being like, I like to chill. Like, that felt like one of those tracks where you're just like
Yeah, it's like
laying in the grass chilling.
Yeah, it's like a saying, you're just at like I really want to record this video of me just kind of just being at a park and kind of just recording, different parts of a park and me just laying around and just kind of just walking around and just being by myself and just being like,
Yeah.
this is my kind of what I hear. Because a lot of the sounds in there have been things that I've recorded. So, when I moved back home and like in 2019, I had a lot more time to like do what I wanted to do. So I think the first things that I did was I bought a pair of Audio Technicas and I bought a Zoom recorder. And I used to work at an Amazon downtown. So when I would commute back home and I would get on the train, I would always bring my Zoom out and I would record the sounds of like the trains coming into the tunnel, or me just on the train, kind of just like
The ambiance of that.
yeah, and like really putting the listener into where I was, into where I am.
Yeah, there's something about doing like those field recordings that just capture the space. Like, it's not like you could do reverb and stuff, but it's just not the same.
It's not the same at all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's really cool. I have a couple questions actually. Who's her?
Who is her? Nah, there isn't really a her. It's
It's
like
just one of those like.
because I wrote that. Well, okay, there is a her, but yeah, it's this girl that it's this girl that I kind of had a thing with. Well, actually, maybe longer than that, probably like a year and probably like a year and a half. Never really turned anything, but
Yeah.
I remember the first time that I saw her when I moved back to Chicago, and we're talking. She was like, I don't know why you reject spirituality so much. She was like, I feel like you would really get into it if you like try it. And I liked her, so I was like, you know what, maybe I should try this and see where it went. So I started meditating. I started going to therapy. Started getting more into like zodiac signs and stuff like that, and kind of just more spiritual things.
Yeah.
And one night I was watching the movie Her, and I think it was with Joaquin Phoenix. And I was watching that movie, and it had me feel like this, like really, like I felt red inside. I felt like so warm, and I think that night after I watched that movie, I like made the song Her.
The music in that movie, I will say,
Arcade Fire
is really good.
And that's
that
like
one on the beach. That track is sick.
So that's basically like another ode to that movie and to her for like kind of changing my life in a way. For the better.
Do you like subscribe to any specific spiritualities / like, I mean, meditation is really great too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mostly just meditation right now. Kind of just like,
what kind of meditation? Because there's so many different kinds.
Mindful meditation.
Mindfulness.
So I just kind of like
kind of general.
Yeah, just general. I'm not like super deep into it, but I kind of just do a lot of like breath work, working on my breathing, and I would do more breathing techniques now, but the mic's pretty close.
Take us through a breathing set. That'd be sick, actually.
Yeah,
I love all that stuff too. I got really into. Well, actually, I just really want, those healing bowls.
I thought about buying one today.
Dude, I want those. The quartz ones. I'm like, I've been so close to buying a set of them. It's like $500. I'm just like, what? Why do I got every time I'm just like, I don't need this. Where am I going to put this? Like, but it would be cool. I don't know. Yeah. Also, sampling that would be dope.
Hell yeah.
Maybe one day. That's definitely like a bucket list thing. But, no, yeah, man. I was just curious. Like,
that was a good question, though.
It seems like you got that. What's his name? Like the transcendental. Did you ever read Into the Wild? You didn't read that in school.
No.
We had to read that, but it was all about this dude. At least his like philosophy was like, I think his name was William David Thoreau. You know what I'm talking about, Nace?
Yeah, I don't really read though.
I'm not a reader.
I spark notes it.
Yeah, no, I definitely didn't read it either. I like watched the movie.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's just I don't know. It's like that going back to nature thing, and I feel like you kind of, at least with that song, kind of embodied that feeling for me.
Yeah,
dude,
exactly.
If you haven't done it yet, I imagine in the next couple of years you'll get a cabin for like a month or two and just make an album while you're out there.
Yo,
like. The fucking dream.
We're in the cabin.
We are.
Yeah.
You can rent. You can come here.
I'm waiting to like, once I start making a little bit more money from music, I think within the next year, I just really know like something's gonna hit. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's gonna be what it is. My like visual art and my music. Whatever's gonna hit, something's gonna like find the right place, and then I'll be able to do music more often and kind of just do cool things like go out to a cabin and record. Because like I would make such a dope project, and I don't really care about quality control. I mean, I do. Like I mix to the T, but I don't really care about finishing songs. I'll just fucking like make a song, like I said, in 2 hours. I'll make sure the mix is decent, and then I'll just fucking release it because I don't really. It's no reason to really hide music because like none of us are that important. Like
that's real. That is very real.
Yeah.
How do you ever worry about just like the loudness of it, or you just like,
oh yeah,
you gotta get it smacking?
I watched your other interview, and if you want to know loudness shit, I can tell you everything. Like it's pretty easy. It's just saturation.
I feel like I'm always asking about that, but yeah, it's like that's what I'm saying. It's like you just put like a saturator
because it's loudness over time
limiting.
Anybody?
What do you mean by that? Because I actually
because like. What is it?
Like the Lufs thing? Is that what you're talking about?
It's basically kind of like that, but like more so. Mr. Bill talks about this briefly in the video I've watched. Basically, I would say do this: like get a sine wave, operator sine wave, basic, and just put a saturate on it and then boost into it, and you see what saturation does.
Oh, yeah.
It adds harmonics.
Yeah. I've actually watched a crazy video of Mr. Bill where he does that.
Mm-hmm.
And he was talking about this dude Copycat. Do you know him?
I just been hearing about Copycat recently. Yeah.
Yeah, he has like a specific way of doing his basses where like he'll like analyze it on this oscilloscope and kind of just look at the waveform, and when it like starts squaring off a little bit, that's when you like got that magic subtone that you can hear. Like you can hear the low shit on like a sub, but then you can also kind of hear it on your phone speaker or something.
I've been getting into that recently. Yeah.
Yeah, that's important.
Mm-hmm.
But it also kind of depends what medium you're going to be playing your shit on.
Mm-hmm.
Like I love that like pure sine tone, but you can't hear that on your phone.
Exactly. You had to have like upper harmonics to like kind of give it character.
Yeah.
Like I learned that recently when I was like, how do I get? I think I was used to putting my basses maybe a little bit too high up or maybe too low, so where I couldn't hear them.
Mm-hmm.
And like I have like Atom A5Xs.
Oh,
and
yeah.
they only go to like I think it was like 52 hertz, and I was like, how can I make my sub bass? How can I hear my sub bass without like making it louder? And I was like, wait, if I put like an overdrive on my sub bass and I kind of try to bring out the upper harmonics as much as I can so I can hear that part, and I know my low part will be setting nice too. So when I play that shit live, it'll be busting, like it'll be like rocking the room.
Yeah.
So.
No, that's real. I think I like know all these things. I've heard them so many times. I'm just like, there's got to be a different way, or so. I don't know. I'm like complicating it for myself.
It's literally nothing. It's like just gotta like I don't know, saturate.
Yeah, for sure.
This
Saturate
is what we
that
do
shit.
on Poducer,
and compress.
Yeah.
And
compress. Yeah.
Compression is like super important. I learned that now
Oh,
because
yeah.
dynamics are cool, but if you're making hard EDM shit, like dynamics, kind of like having too much dynamic range, kind of gives you less wiggle room to make it loud. You know, like
Yeah, it doesn't push that speaker as hard.
yeah, like if you have less dynamic range, like everything's hitting like I have some songs right now that are hitting like -3 LUFS, and that's insane.
They're so loud.
Yeah, it's so fucking loud.
Yeah.
And like it's because I'm hitting -3 LUFS, and like I don't know. But, like I study a lot of people's mixes and stuff like that to see how I can get the loudest possible.
For sure. So the loudness is important to you, even though like
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, no, it's like for a long time I just didn't understand that like the loudness has a sound. And like I've known this for a while now, but I'm just for like a long time when I was starting out, I was like, oh, like that's how that shit sounds so forward, because it's literally pushing, like when you look at it on whatever, like some kind of scope, like you see it at the border, like nothing else is getting past that, and that's why it sounds so cool. Like yeah. But let's talk more about this album.
Oh, sick! Yeah,
Yeah. We kind of we went down the producer rabbit hole. But yeah, like what's going on with that? When's that coming out?
So the aim is for July, like middle of July. I'm still kind of working on how I want to do promo, because for an album like that, I really want to do some cool promo. I have some ideas. It's flowers for you, so it gives me way more options to like kind of promote it, like
I might have some sauce for you.
Hell yeah.
I could show you after the show. You know those videos where it's like, I don't know. I was just thinking about this. But you know those videos where it's like iterations of an image, and it's like these like AI, I guess, generated in that sense, where it's like a picture and then it's like every frame is like a new picture and it just transforms into something new.
Yeah.
I found this shit that like you can put that stuff into, and I could just see a picture of like a flower like transforming into like
that's what I've been thinking.
Some shit like that.
Yeah. That's a visual I've been like kind of thinking about.
Bro, I got you. We'll do it after the podcast.
Hell yeah. So sick.
Yeah.
Dope.
But yeah, so like what's the idea for it? You know what I mean? Like what made you want to do an album and not just singles?
Because I have done, I think last year I released, 34 songs.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Damn.
They're all on SoundCloud, but like now I'm starting to get everything on streaming services, like other streaming services.
Yeah.
But the original thing was like I've wanted to release that album for a really, really long time. So I've been building up tracks for the last 5 years, just building up music. the first time when I was creating an album, I was gonna call it the Ballet Project, because it's gonna be based off of like ballerinas and like the beauty of like like a ballerina kind of being like burnt out.
We need to unpack that more.
Yeah.
How did you come to that?
I don't know. I do remember. It was because this album that I really love called Of the Mysterious Voices by Diversa. On the album cover, there's like a ballerina kind of just standing there, and it's all in black and white. And a few years ago, Diversa basically, like, I think his mental health went to shit, and he has schizophrenia, so he hasn't been able to make music. And I kind of want to pick up where he left off in the music. So that's why my chords always so low and dissonant and like kind of like almost melancholy.
Yeah.
Because like that's what I learned from the album. I've listened to that album over 100 times to kind of like figure out how he was doing what he was doing. Because there's no music that I think is just so emotional. And the way he pushes tension is just like, it's definitely somebody to listen to if you want to learn how to like use tension. But anyways, I named the Ballet Project to kind of be an ode to Diversa's project because I love Diversa's music, and a lot of the songs on that album were influenced by Diversa. But as I like kind of grew into myself within the last 3 years and my own style, and I started going to therapy. Originally, the album was going to be called Inner Child, because a big thing that I learned in therapy was to kind of, in the type of therapy that I was doing is basically kind of confronting your inner child in a way by saying like, basically your inner child has experienced a lot of the pain you experienced growing up. And as an adult, that child comes back out to protect you.
Yeah.
As a defense mechanism, which makes you kind of react in ways that aren't particularly ways you would handle it now.
Yeah, like you've built up these defense mechanisms.
Yeah, and the inner child is one.
And they're not serving you as an adult, maybe.
Exactly. And they're not serving you anymore. And I think the album is about me kind of letting my inner child kind of soothe and let it know like, yo, honestly, like, I'm okay now. I can handle this. You don't have to protect me anymore. Like, I'm an adult now. I can handle my emotions. And even last night, like a part of me came out because like I don't really smoke a lot, but I smoked last night with my roommate and something came out. I remember I was like, man, like I don't feel like I fit into, I told him like, I don't feel like I fit into that studio room we were at about a month ago. He was like, why?
Like with the people,
yeah.
The vibe.
I was like, they were all like, they all play instruments and I didn't. And I was like, and I thought back to myself for a second. I was like, wait, I had to reframe that. I was like, hold up. I did have a lot in common with them. I'm a musician too. Like I produce. They probably mixed their own projects before. They've made albums. They love music. I picked the one thing that I didn't have in common and kind of fixated on that instead of kind of like focusing on like the actual things we did have in common. Like, and,
yeah, like reframing that.
Yeah, reframing. And like, I think the Inner Child in Flowers for You-esque like title was about kind of like reframing myself to kind of, I guess, be more positive and also like show that like the beauty that I feel like I feel inside.
So like Flowers for You, is that like kind of for your inner child?
Yeah. It's like
giving flowers, like the metaphor of, we got to get flowers.
Kind of. It's like, I forgot my reasoning recently. I was going to name it like Inner Child for a while.
Yeah.
But something that's made me want to change it to Flowers for You to make it, I don't know.
It could still be it's still a work in progress.
It is.
Yeah. I get what you're saying though about that thing where a lot of times someone will ask me, like, what do you do? And I'm like, oh, like I make music, and that's normally not the first thing I actually say, but like we'll get to that, and then they'll be like, oh, what do you play? And I'm like, I don't, I just like make beats and like I play the computer. But it's kind of not the most confident tone. It's like,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like I'm not like a real musician.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no rules.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I mean, there's like music theory, but
Yeah.
I don't, you know what I mean? That I get what you're saying though about that, where it's easier to find that thing that's different. It's kind of like the thing where we focus on the negative because it's like a survival mechanism, almost, where it's like, oh, well, that's negative. I got to watch out for that.
Exactly.
Like when you see someone dislike something,
yeah,
on like in social media or something, you know, you shouldn't pay attention to that, but it's easier for our brain to think about that and be like, oh shit. Like all the people are like, yo, this is fire. It's like you're gonna focus on that one thing that someone said that was like, this is whack.
Yeah, I noticed that too with my Instagram posts. I noticed that if I kind of express how I've been feeling bad, more people will react and also engage in my posts. So I have a lot of posts. I experimented with that. I was like, I wonder and it feels good for myself to express how bad I've been feeling.
Yeah.
But you know, like, I don't know, like people resonated with it more for some reason. The negativity.
It's authentic, man.
Yeah.
It's got to be what it is. I mean, people resonate with authenticity, right? And I mean, whatever that looks like, if that's how you're feeling that day, I mean, I feel like that's
I see.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're not putting up any charade or, you know, hyping up what you're doing, it's just your true self.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good way to think about it. Because like I kind of understand why people kind of, maybe negativity in a way is more authentic because that's like kind of is raw. Like this is like like when you're upset about something, you know, we try not to show that, at least as like probably Americans. We try not to show people we're upset.
It's not really like going back to that inner child thing. Like you showing that you're upset, like anger, for example, it's like not a socially acceptable thing.
Not at all.
Like you can't be out here getting all pissed off and yelling at people because people are gonna be like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah. Like
people do that, but I'm just saying there's a stigma socially.
Even like, I've noticed as a man, like when I express my emotions in any type of way that maybe isn't the most calm way, like especially it happened to me a lot at work, and it kind of still does. Like when I would like express that I did not like the way our system was being ran, or that I felt like I was being done wrong, it was more so like, why are you bitching about this? Like, it's like, damn, I'm just expressing how I feel. You're kind of like, I don't think men are honestly a lot of the time allowed to kind of have emotions that are, I guess, softer.
That's real, yeah.
I don't know. Still like,
yeah, no, it comes off as like the aggression from like a dude is just like more intense, maybe, or like I don't know, like it just has like a more violent nature. Or something. Just because like dudes are normally bigger.
I don't even think it's that.
Maybe that's like a different offshoot.
Yeah, I think I'm more so talking about like kind of like men crying or men being emotional in general.
Yeah,
like I see a lot with my new coworker.
The stoic.
Yeah, like my boss is like really, she's pushing him really hard, and he's like, you can see that he's like visibly like emotionally upset, but they keep pushing the same stuff on it. And I'm like, do you not see that he is like breaking down? Like but it's just me from viewing from the outside. I don't really know how he's feeling. Right. But like, do you not see that he's emotionally upset? Like, why can you keep ignoring that he's uncomfortable?
Right.
Like, and I think that a lot of time that happens to men because we're just like, society wants us kind of just take and kind of just move on. And no, it's not like that. We can't always keep sucking up our feelings, because then you got guys going out there and like committing heinous crimes against the public. And you're like, well, why did that happen? Well, maybe because like the system literally just built us to be fucking monsters. Yeah. Like, it's like, and it's not like, the system is built by us too. But, like,
for sure.
We got to kind of break those stereotypes and stigmas. Yeah. I think that's another reason probably why it's called Flowers for You. Because a lot of the album is me kind of digging into like my more like my softer side. A lot of the music is so beautiful. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Can we play a song?
Yeah, I was just gonna say let's do it.
It's called Hunger Dreams. I made this with my buddy Jay Vinyl. Me and him make some of the most beautiful music.
Shout out Jay Vinyl.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Damn, that felt like some Zelda shit. Was that your friend playing?
No, I just found a sample that I really
This is a
liked.
fire sample, yeah.
I think he came up with some nice chords, and then I kind of like arranged it and kind of. I like to like mess with tension, so I want to create like cool tension using like water and like kind of like
Mm-hmm.
a little string sound and stuff like that. But yeah,
Nice, man. Yeah, this project's cool, man.
Yeah.
Is any of it out or
is any of it out? I have one song out. You what? No, it's not really technical. No, not really.
it's like maybe like there's something on SoundCloud type
Yeah,
of deal?
it's like yeah, no one knows that it exists. So like, I'm not even gonna be like,
Yeah,
I'm just gonna wait till the album drops and like redrop everything.
for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to ask you about like performing, because I know you do some DJ stuff sometimes. Like, you know, what would performing something like this be?
I actually tried it out at the end of February at a show I played at Dorian's.
Oh yeah, no, I wasn't there, but I saw the homies were posting about it.
Yeah, the homies were there and it was sick. I took a really big leap by playing some of my softer stuff. And I think it didn't really work in that setting because it's like 10 p.m. at a bar. You know?
yeah.
So playing Hunger Games there, it's like, whoa, it's like, this is going to put us to sleep. But I think once I'm able to play like a bigger sound system and for like a festival during the daytime, like, you know, and I can really kind of like kind of use that song as a way to tell a story for a set. I think it works in that context where I'm telling stories.
Yeah. Kind of reminds me of some like Porter Robinson type of deal where not necessarily that it's the same type of music, but that he'll, you know, put on something that's really grand and like beautiful and then go into something else that's more of like a dance track.
Exactly.
I was thinking Lido too.
Lido. I haven't heard of Lido.
Oh, I'll send you some of his stuff, man. I think he would be a big inspiration point for you, and a lot of what you're showing us personally resonates with me. That's actually this tattoo I got on my arm is one of his albums, and
Really?
yeah,
Sick.
I think
He's dope.
Dope.
So besides Diversa, that's how you say it. I like know who that is, but you know how it is with SoundCloud. There's like you've heard these names and you're like, yeah, like I know who that is.
Yeah.
But anyone else like right now that's a big inspiration?
Trying to think, like, is there anyone I listen to daily?
I'll also say that I feel like sometimes when you're in like a really creative mode or like you're making a lot of stuff, sometimes I don't listen to actually that much stuff besides my own stuff where I'm trying to like figure out how to do it better or whatever.
I guess I think right now who I'm inspired by, I mean, I listen to like a lot of like it's like a lot of like ambient and jazz music the last year. So I guess I've been listening to like a lot of Tim Hecker recently. And then Tim Hecker makes really cool ambient music, and he has this song called, I think it's called Transmitter, I think, that like anyone listening to this should check it out. It's like really beautiful song, and it's all ambient, but like I remember just taking a shower listening to the song, and the reason it was so beautiful is because like you have like the soundscape on the outside, but on the inside of like the, you know, the soundscape, there's like this little static, but it's totally random. It sounds like, you know, like the inside of like a light socket, you know?
Yeah.
And it just goes on for like about, I don't know. It goes on for a while, and it was just like super inspiring to like kind of be like, oh, I can make something where like, you know, I have one element that kind of just like is hidden behind, but it's also on the like center stage, you know? So that and Hiatus Coyote, like my favorite band ever.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They get some. I know them. Yeah, they have some really technical songs.
So in February, right before I played that show at Dorian's, I actually got to jam with them in Portland. So it was pretty crazy.
Whoa, how did that come to be?
Discord, man.
Really?
Being on Discord, and like I went for a Discord meetup with a couple homies from the Martin Jazz server. And I guess one of the guys in Hiatus Coyote that's touring with them, he's like homies with some of the guys in the server. So we pretty much hung out we pretty much hung out like the 2 days they were there. Then on the last night, like we all go back to the studio, and then they like the band pulls up, and with like the background singers and everything, and we just like jam out to like from like 12 to 5 a.m.
Whoa.
And like it was like a crazy night. Like I have videos and shit, and it was just like, whoa.
So what were you guys like? Were you like on the computer, like doing stuff like engineering type of deal, like jamming with them? Like, do you also, something I wanted to ask is like, did you play any instruments? Like, cause I know you were talking about the symphony thing that you.
Yeah, no, I don't play any instruments at all.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I just sang a little bit. I did a little singing, a little bit of like kind of James Brown that stuff.
Oh.
Kind of where I try to get people just more so moving and kind of like just doing things that are kind of funky.
Get on up. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I kind of like. I don't know how I contribute because I'm with someone like some amazing singers.
Yeah. At that point, you like don't try to do what they do.
Exactly, because I can't keep up. So I did my thing, and then like it kind of worked out. And people were like, "Oh, I really liked what you did." Kind of like add a little bit more energy to the room. I was like, sick.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah, it was so sick. Like
that's really cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're like legendary. They're like kind of like, I remember in school, I was like always like Snarky Puppy and Hiatus Coyote. Those were like the dudes doing like the wildest like music theory, just technical stuff.
They are, yeah. And like I really want to know more. I really want to know more about their process. I asked like the drummer Perrin. I was like,
his name's Perrin.
Yeah, Perrin.
Perrin.
Yeah, Perrin.
Oh.
I was asking Perrin. I was like, yo. So I listened to your tape notes interview, and that's another podcast.
Oh yeah, I know tape notes. Yeah,
sick. Yeah,
yeah, good.
I was like, I listened to that, and I was like, dude, like I learned so much from there. And he's like, dude, there's so much more that we can get to discuss, and just walked off. And I was like, you asshole.
Really?
Yeah, he just walked off, left me on a cliffhanger. I was like, oh, okay, sick. I was like, it gives me
kind of mysterious like that.
Yeah, I was like, what did you guys do to create this crazy? Their first album is just honestly, it's way too good.
Yeah, I need to like go and give them like a good listen.
Yeah.
Sometimes music like that it's like so technical. I'm like, wait, hold on, my brain isn't ready for this. Like, I need to be in the right state of mind to like ingest it.
The first time I listened was like, I went out with some friends and like we got like some acid. So we I only took like half a tab of acid, and so it didn't really affect me, but it also drained me. So I remember I called off work that day. I woke up, went to like the store, got some snacks, put on like Die Hard on the TV, put it on mute, and I remember my ex-girlfriend, she had sent me this album. She was like, hey, listen to this album. And I was like, okay, sick, let me listen to this today, actually. Like, this seemed like the perfect time. So like I roll up a joint, I lay on the couch, and it's like raining outside, you know? Like it's super gloomy out. So I like open the shades, and you know, you got the sound of rain. There's no sound on the TV, and I just play this album. And then it changed my life. I was like, whoa, there's so much more I could do.
Dude, that just makes me want to like do that more. I find that it's tough to find the time to just listen to something.
Yeah.
Mostly because of like the mediums, that it's just like, someone sends me a track on like Spotify, and then I listen to that, and then it's like over. Exactly. Or like, I just don't think like I'm going to put on this album and really just sit here and listen to it. It's almost like it's an older thing. Like it's just, I wouldn't say it's fading away, but you made me nostalgic about wanting to do that. Because like when I was in high school or something, I would just sit there, or like before bed, I would like listen to something on my iPod, and just listen to the whole thing. I didn't know, there was no like, oh, how do I make this? It was just, this is fucking cool, you know?
Exactly.
I need to do that sometime again.
I've been doing a lot more. Yeah. Like on my commute a lot of the time.
Commutes are the dude,
Yeah, like if you're walking the dogs and you really,
hell yeah.
Like, let me put on a nice ass album.
I really want to make an album called Music for Dog Walking. That's just for me, like while I'm doing my dog walks. I don't know what the genre would be. Probably just like some funky, like
that'd be so
jazzy hip hop beats type of deal.
That'd be sick, dude. That sounds like I would love to listen to that.
And also when you're making that kind of stuff, I know this isn't like about me, I'm just thinking about it now, but like making hip hop beats is just fun and easy. There's not really like just like, yeah, fuck it, just whatever it is. I don't know. It's less stress for me when I'm like trying to craft a song.
Yeah.
Whatever. It just feels different than just making a quick beat.
Yeah, that's how I feel about ambient music, because you can really just it's way more fun to make sounds, because like drums are where, you know, a lot of times when you put drums in the mix, that's when, you know, things get a little bit more like you got to worry about rhythm and groove and all that shit. I'm like, sometimes I don't want to care about that. I just kind of just want to make something that just sounds cool, you know?
Yeah, we should listen to another song, but really quick, I just wanted to ask.
Yeah.
One of your songs before, I forget which one it was really like swung, and
yeah,
I just am curious how you go about getting your swing and like getting that groove.
I think that song, so I got the like a kind of like a percussion loop from my buddy Woot Newt. Shout out Woot Newt. Woot Newt is like one of the best producers like ever. He's just so talented and can do pretty much anything.
Yeah.
But I learned a lot from him, like by listening to his drums, listen to his like, I guess, grooves he makes.
Yeah.
But I found a groove that he sent me, and I kind of like cut all the like the low end off of that loop. And then in Ableton, there's something called track delay. Have you seen track delay before?
Yeah, like on the actual track.
Like on the side.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you can use track delay to kind of like, you know, put a metronome on,
dude, yeah,
and then offset the shit, and then that's how you get the swing. Because
that's
now
how
things are like,
hell yeah.
Yep.
No, I was just curious because like I've also heard about doing shit like that too, where it's like you start kind of with something that is already groovy, and then you start putting stuff on top of that, and then maybe you get rid of that piece or you keep it in, whatever. But like,
and I think I also
modify it.
I think I drummed it in with I think I did the kicks with my hand to get that like realistic feel. Like that's why it's like the doom, doom, doom.
Yeah, it's
like I just did a lot of it by hand and kind of got that more natural feel. And it helps
I always just like to ask about that because it's, to me, the thing that's the most like important. It's all important, but like to me, when I hear like a really pockety, like weird groove, I'm like, whoa. Like, how do I even move to this? Where I'm trying to figure out how to move to it. I'm like, this is cool. Yeah. Obviously, there's a point where it's too disjointed, but I don't know, man. I just think that shit's the real sauce.
Sick. Then I have a song.
Yeah, let's rock one.
We'll Be in the Sky. Do we have that? So this is kind of like that polyrhythmic stuff. Yeah. Okay. It might be kind of loud.
We don't have that one, I don't think.
Oh, rats. Is it on SoundCloud? We could listen to it maybe.
Yeah. What songs do we have?
We got BLE, High Love, Lullaby, Sakura, Without You, and You Found Me.
Let's do You Found Me. It's a remix of The Fray.
Dude.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Dude. Oh, hell yeah.
Fray was my first concert.
Really?
It's random.
First and I'm start where the West was all but one. All alone. No can left to where you've been. Still asking me. Everything was falling apart. But all my days stand by the phone. Never all I needed was a call. Never came to the corner of first and all this time. Lost and insecure. You found me lying on the floor. Surround me, rise your hearts away. Where were you? Just not really. You found me, lost and insecure. You found me, lying on the floor. Surround me, rise your hearts away. Where were you? Just not really. You found me.
Dude, that was wild. I would have never thought. Oh, it's still going. Hey.
Everyone ends up alone, losing. The only one who's ever known who I am, who I'm not, and who I want to be. No way to know how long she will be next to me. You found me. Surrounded, watch your hearts away. You found me. Early morning, steady break. I've been calling years and years and years and years, and you never left me no messages. You never sent me no letters. You got some kind of nerve taking all our world. Lost and insecure. Lying on the floor. Lost and insecure. Lying on the floor.
Dude, holy shit.
Yeah, wait, what?
Yo, that was so fucking sick. Yo, I mean, this has all been good tunes, but that one fucking hit me. I don't know what it was. It was like the call and response with just kind of in that section right there and the vocals, and then that fucking beat switch up in the second half of it.
Yeah.
Right? Just that little like cool groove you got going. Oh, that was sick, man. That was really cool.
That felt like Kate Tronada made like a Frey remix,
Yeah,
and then with some
dude.
That's what I
Kare
was going
sauce on
for.
there.
Dude.
Dude, that's crazy though. I would have never imagined that track that way.
No one.
You know what I mean? That's what's
Yeah.
so cool about it to me. Like, wow, that's wild. That was really fucking dope, man. Yeah, the swing on that was wild too.
Yeah, that one. That's all handmade.
I like how the one kick drum like on the 3 or something is just not there, or maybe it's the 4.
Yeah, it's like
where
dun, dun.
yeah.
It's like that was a cool rhythm. I was like, oh, let me like do house, but like without a kick, and then like, oh, it sounded cooler.
Yeah, yeah. Kind of like keeps you suspended for a second.
Yeah.
And did you like get an acapella for that, or like it sounded like kind of a classic like hip hop chop of the Frey?
Oh, wait, what do you mean?
Like that like maybe it was just the sample that like or the like that part kind of felt like chopped
yeah
a little bit.
I got that from a pandy sample pack.
Word.
And it's like he just has all these like cool fucking like loops. And a lot of the time I rip a lot of my like I have like a few sample packs, like the Monty Booker pack.
Oh,
these like
Monty.
Pandy. I think I only use their packs really. Monty Booker and Pandy, and I'll find a loop. And then I'll just like chop, and I was like, "Oh, this beat sounds sick." Let me put the Frey vocal over, and like, "Oh, it fucking sounds good. Let's go."
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Is that like a quick track? I feel like
I made that in 2 hours.
I was gonna say, yeah, that feels like one of those quick whips where you're just like, "Yo, I didn't realize that this would smack, and we got to finish it right now."
Yeah, I just did it like it was like probably like 2 a.m. and I was like, I'm gonna finish this right now.
Do you do a lot of that like late night producing?
Yeah, my biggest song on SoundCloud, not late night, but like quick hits. Like my biggest song on SoundCloud right now that we have, I make that shit in 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to ask real quick, how many of your whips turn into a finished tune? Do you try and finish most of them, or do you have like hundreds of just files kind of chilling?
I'm not really like I don't produce a lot. Like I said, I take a lot of breaks. I think a lot of my whips end up just being songs, because like Hunger Games is basically a whip, because I could make it longer, but who knows that it's not, who knows that it's not a finished track.
Yeah.
So a lot
like
of
short and sweet like that.
kind of short and sweet, and like, because like, we don't, every song doesn't need to be 4 minutes. Like a lot of the songs now are like 2 minutes, and like what I learned from like posting on SoundCloud, when I posted this SZA remix, that was like the first thing that popped off for me like a year ago. About a year ago. And when I posted that, I didn't do any mixing or anything. I just kind of was like made the song, and I sent it to my buddy, like, what do you think of this? And he ended up being like, yo, you should release this right now. And I was like, okay, I guess. I released it like that day, like 8 a.m. 1,000 plays in one day. Like, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, okay. And I was like, oh, people don't really care about quality.
Especially on SoundCloud, I feel like it's all about that arrangement over mix type of deal.
Arrangement, yeah. If you ever go to Ranger, people have hit me up like, dude, I love your composition. I was like, what?
Yeah, or just
I was like,
yeah, where it's like people, at least like other beat makers see through maybe a non like super polished, like everything's perfectly mixed or whatever.
Exactly. Yeah. And I don't care anymore. I'm like, who cares?
I feel like that kind of lends itself to the more organic sounds that I've been hearing, at least, where it's not like crystal clear. It's kind of a little, you know.
It's like a little dirty.
Yeah.
Purposely. It's like, let's make this shit like kind of muggy. Because I can make it, if I can be, like my dubstep shit is like fucking so crisp. I'm like, sometimes I just don't give a fuck. I'm like, who cares? No one can hear it.
Yeah. How often are you making dubstep?
Do I have a dubstep song in there?
I know you're good, like homies with Dink, and I know he makes a lot of crazy, not dubstep necessarily, but like just kind of like that more bass music.
I'm pretty good at it.
Yeah,
I'm pretty good at it, honestly.
I love dubstep.
I think I might Bleh. You should play Bleh. You want to hear some shit,
dude? Yeah,
all right, cool.
I'm fully ready. Yeah,
this is gonna be loud.
This dick is nuts.
What country are we in?
Your mama's vagina.
excuse me. Alien abduction music.
Make this for like a fucking remix. What is it, like a remix competition for Saruta?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, I should play Apex. Yep. Yeah, that'll go.
Was that you?
I knew I heard
Yeah, that was me.
that sample in there, the video game, like beep, the talkie. Is that from like?
I don't know where I got that from. I was sampling random shit.
I was sick. Yeah, that was funny.
It was one of those days I was like, I'm about to make something so fucking absurd.
That is some range right there. I didn't know that you had it in you.
I got a lot. I can do everything, every single thing.
Word, man. Well, I don't know. Like, I think we listened to. I really just want to like hear some more tracks after that, and then we'll call it a day.
Sick. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got. High Love, Lullaby, Sakura, and Without You.
Let's do. We can either do High Love, Sakura, or Lost Without You. Who do you want to hear?
I kind of want Sakura just because I love that word.
Who did the original on this? It says Kare remix.
Camoufly.
Nice.
So curious, anything to say about this one before we rip it?
2-hour joint.
Just
I
a fun little.
Let's go.
This is my biggest song on SoundCloud right now. Yeah.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Oh, dude, I heard this today. Yeah, I was listening. Yeah.
Sick.
Whoa. That one was like real quirky, like with those sounds.
Yeah, it's like super weird and like bouncy and like pretty.
Very bouncy.
Yeah.
It felt like some of the sounds were like, hey, like come over here and like just like get lost with me over here, and then you like bring it back. It's like everything's trying to like take you away and then bring you back almost.
Yeah, like the tension thing.
Yeah.
I think that's like one thing I'm good at is like tension. I think I don't know. Just they should have put me in the Chicago Symphony. They fucked up.
They fucked up, dude.
They fucked up.
Oh man. Yeah. No, I agree. And I feel like yeah, you do that really well when it's like every like whatever, like 8 bars or something. It feels like there's some kind of like background tension like going on, and then there's a release, and then you're kind of back in. And it keeps your brain in it. You're like, oh yeah, okay, what's coming next?
Exactly, yeah. And it's like, I don't know. It's just arrangement. Yeah.
Yeah.
My roommate helped me a lot, actually. My roommate, Ben 10, shout out Ben. Ben makes crazy ass music.
Hell
like,
yeah.
He's so fucking good. He makes indie shit, but like he'll like see me making a track. He's like, you should like change this. And there's always one thing. So that's how I figured out the juke D&B stuff, because my roommate was like, yo, you should try this. And then he's like, well, you should make the drums like crazy. And I was like, oh, let me just put some juke drums on this shit. And then that's how I've been like, every time Ben comes in clutch.
Ben knows.
Ben knows. Ben actually knows.
Well, let's do our little wrap up question. You know, I asked you what your first concert was, but like most like game changing, mind blowing event concert you've been to.
Ooh.
You could think about it for a second.
Yeah, that's a good one. Oh, I saw Kiefer live.
Kiefer Ian?
No, not Kiefer Ian. It's
Just Kiefer.
the pianist.
Oh.
Kiefer. Saw him live. I had never seen people so hyped to hear jazz. This was like at Sub T, I think like last year. I pulled up after work and I was by myself. And the way that jazz people like music is the same way people at EDM listen to like EDM. Like they were the same way almost, you know, like everyone's moving, you know, like that changed the game for me. I want to make more like jazzy stuff. So I have some jazzier stuff too. I have like a jazz track and everything.
What kind of jazz was it? Like if you could.
I don't really know how to describe it. Probably just new age jazz.
Yeah. It wasn't like bebop or like.
Nah, it was just like he's playing keys. You got all his guys playing different instruments, and they're just kind of just going in the whole time.
Yeah.
Kind of battling each other in a way.
And the people that were like liking the jazz, they were dancing.
Just like swaying their heads, moving their shoulders, like kind of. You could just tell they really were enjoying the show.
They were locked in.
You don't see that a lot of shows. Sometimes you can go to the show and like, you got people just standing and blah, 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 but like everyone was so happy to be there. I think you get that a lot with jazz stuff, more so than you get with like you get that more of like, I guess, jazz like that more than you get like EDM, which kind of sucks.
Well, EDM can get a little clicky. You know what I mean? It's like, oh no, you listen to dubstep, like,
yeah, I can't.
Or like, you know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. I feel like I weirdly think all of it's cool. I mean,
I do too.
Yeah, like
when I go to a show, I'm like, yeah, I'm happy to hear everything.
Yeah, I'm. You know what? Like sometimes I won't be dancing though because I'm just kind of like, what is this? And I'm like, it's like thought provoking too. There's those concerts too where you're just like, I don't understand this, but I'm gonna like ingest this.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had those moments. Yeah, I don't know. Not recently. I saw Hiatus Coyote live. I mean, yeah. Yeah. I saw them live. And it wasn't game changing because the sound was so bad.
Oh. It sucks.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
But hopefully I see him in Chicago next week, so hopefully the sound's good at that. At the Riv. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're playing at the Riviera.
Fuck, that sounds cool.
Yeah.
Word, man. Well, dude, I just want to say thank you for coming over and doing this. This has been enlightening.
Hell yeah.
I got a lot of good stuff out of this.
Yeah, sick. We got some. Hopefully, got some highlights.
I will say that Kare cares.
I do care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a caring person.
I try.
He's a care package.
Yeah.
I'm actually about to change my artist name to Care Package.
Yeah.
So people can actually find me on like, what is it, the SEC?
SEO or whatever.
Yeah. SEO. Yeah. I'm like, I just have to like optimize my my like name so it can be found. And like Instagram, my Instagram name's already pretty cool, so I'm like, I might as well just use it everywhere. Even though I hate it.
You don't like it?
Care package sounds lame.
You could just keep it as Care. You don't have to do anything.
Exactly. I don't have to, but like it's like with Apple Music, they won't like my name on Spotify has like the fucking the punctuation on it, but it does not show. It only shows from Spotify and Apple Music. So when I post some songs to Apple Music, they never put my music on the right page.
Oh yeah, that's the worst. I have my YouTube page is like not the right music. Just like, all right, whatever. I guess I gotta contact someone or
Exactly
figure that out. Yeah, I like Care.package. It kind of reminds me of like I don't know, just something about the sound. I'm thinking of do you know who Eugene Cam is? You know that name? I don't know. Anyway, it's just like it's kind of cute. It makes it cuter. I don't know how. It's
Care.pkg is like, oh, that's kind of sick.
Little package, little gift.
And it's like it kind of works like with promotion and stuff too. Like it's easier to promote like a care package. Like
here's the care pack. Sample pack's already made.
I have a sample pack that I'm probably gonna release within the next. I have like some promotion ideas for the Flowers for You project, and I think that can all like feed into it.
Yeah, for sure.
Got to get like a 60-day promotion plan, but yeah. We'll
I stopped doing this, but I used to do it all the time. Any shout outs to people? Like we've already done a couple shout outs. Like Ben.
Nah, fuck y'all.
Nah,
I'm not gonna shout out any of you. Nah, I'm joking. I'm gonna shout out
Carelandia.
Shout out. That is actually one. Shout out everybody in Carelandia. Y'all are some real ones, and don't invite no weirdos to my server.
Yeah,
I don't need nobody dropping links in my. I changed my settings. Some dude came in and just dropped a song in my general chat. I changed the settings. Like you have to have the Mighty Duck role to post inside. Post a link. So yeah, and that now his ass doesn't have a role either. So yeah, he's fucked.
He's out.
He never said anything else.
He got shadow banned.
He never said anything else after he posted the song. I was like, oh, you were here for one time.
Yeah,
but yeah, I'm a big fan of banning.
You're a big fan of banning.
Thank you for not banning me yet. I've just been kind of lurking in the background.
You okay?
I'm gonna get more active though. Now that we've had this interaction,
so I don't get banned.
Yeah, exactly. I want that. I want that badge, man. I want to be a Mighty Duck. Yeah,
I think you already got it, but I'm working on it. I gotta get my server boosted up so we can get some emblems. So everyone has like. Cause I have a Mighty Duck emoji right now. I gotta start using them more. And I got the Johnny emoji. I mean the kid. I gotta change that.
Whoa. Yeah.
Shit. Got the kid emoji up in there. This shit's gas.
Yeah. Wait, what is is it just a picture of his face?
Yeah, it's a picture of him like the Halloween night costume.
Oh, dude,
shit's hilarious, bro.
Wait. Not the Y2K thing or no?
Yeah, the Y2K thing.
Okay, yeah.
Where he not the Halloween
sunglasses.
I knew exactly what you meant. With Soldier Boy.
He got his snapback and all that. Yeah.
I was like, oh, this man is like. So I use that as emoji because it's so funny.
It's great. Yeah.
But I want to get more emojis of people. I've been doing this thing at work where I just fucking take all my coworkers' faces and like turn them into like emojis to use as reactions.
Like for the server, just to like send back to them.
Oh, at work only. So like we'll have like our team chatting. I'll just like put a fucking emoji of my boss's face in there. It's hilarious.
Is this like a Slack thing?
It's
or
like,
no?
It's like Teams. Yeah. It's like
Slack.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, gotcha.
Microsoft Teams. Yeah.
I feel you.
Shout out Microsoft Teams.
Yeah. Not actually. Like Discord's the goat.
Yeah, Discord's sick. And then anybody else? Oh yeah, shout out the kid. He's been super supportive and like he definitely like kind of got me back into like caring about music again and like DJing. He helped me so much. Shout out Baskets. No, Boss. Dude, I cannot say his name.
Basquiat?
No, he's in my server, bro. He's so cool. His name is Bostic. Bostic. Shout out Bostic. That's the fucking homie.
Word.
He's super active on SoundCloud. So I invite him to the server and he's been like kind of like being around all these like cats that are trying to like get on and like are super hungry kind of makes me want to kind of try a little bit harder. So I've been trying harder.
Yeah, it's good to be around people that are like trying to do cool shit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Shout out all the homies.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Where can people find you?
Oh, you can find me on SoundCloud at kare.pkg. You can find me on honestly every social media at kare.pkg. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Word. All right. Leave. Go. Like,
I'm about to leave.
get the fuck out of here.
Protect
Not you.
your
Not
ears.
you. The people. Yeah, we got to do our slogan.
Yeah, we got to do a thing.
Protect your ears.
Back your shit up.
Back your shit up. Also, the last one, the Agent O one, was Boom Shock. I don't know if that's like an official, but should we think of a slogan real quick to like add it? We're getting like a running list of slogans. If you had to, cares. No, that
Be careful. You know,
Yo,
There it is.
be careful, but with a K,
what a cat.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, guys, be careful out there. Peace.
Right. Oh.